Hello everybody, I'm Kelly Atchison at AStampAbove.com. I just wanted to pop in and say, first of all, thank you for purchasing this online class from me. If you're a member of my team and you got it for free, you're welcome. It is one of the perks of being on my team. So I just wanted to give you a brief little update. This is what the pre-cut cardstock pack is going to look like if you ordered the Painted Poppies online class by February 21st. You're going to get a pre-cut cardstock pack, and it is going to have a label on it. This is for a different class, but it's going to look similar to this. It's going to have a label on it. This is the front of your package. So when you open this up and you're going to take all your layers out at once, the top card or elements or layers is the first card listed in the written instructions. You're going to find a video tutorial for each one of the cards right under the photograph for each of the 9 cards. I also wanted to let you know if there's any scraps that you need, for any scraps of cardstock that you need, they're going to be in the back of the packet. They're not in with the cards in order. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is, as we're going through here, you'll find in the written instructions the dimensions that you need to cut your designer series paper. That is not included in the cardstock pack. All that's included in here is cardstock. Designer series paper, you're going to pull from your supply and cut the layers and colors that you want, or you can follow along with exactly what I've done. The very last card video at the end is going to feature at least 23 different cards using the Painted Poppies and the Peaceful Moments, which is a huge suite that goes together. January was my Peaceful Moments class. February is Painted Poppies. If you didn't get the January class, it's still available. But I am going to show you a ton of cards using the whole bundle, suite, whatever you want to call it. So watch for that at the end. There aren't any written instructions for those cards, but you will be able to pause the video if you would like to recreate the card. They are, for the most part, very self-explanatory. All right, let's flip the camera around and get started on card number 1. Now, when you open up your packet, card number 1 is going to be right on top. And you're going to just take all the elements that you're going to need here. This, you're going to have a scrap in the back of your packet. Let me see. Here you can see where I die cut mine. So the scrap for this layer is going to be in the back of the packet. And also you're going to be cutting this layer. The dimensions for this is 2 3/4 by 4. You're going to find all those dimensions for designer series paper in the written instructions. Okay, so we're going to take our card base, and this is lovely lipstick. This is such a bright, fun color. I need to use this more often. And then we're going to take our designer series paper and add that, whoops, to, hang on, I just got glue on there, to our Blackberry Bliss layer. Now notice that you want to make sure when you put this on your card front, look at that, I've got glue coming out the bottom. Hang on. There we go. When you put this on your card front, you want to make sure your flowers are right side up, not upside down. So pay attention to that. We're going to add this right to our card front. And I'm going to center that and try to get it straight. It's always a bonus, right? And then we're going to take this layer and put it right over top all of it. Now, it is possible that yours might be just a little bit longer. Maybe not. Mine is a touch longer. I'd rather have it be longer than shorter, right? If you find it longer, just trim it off. If you find it to be shorter, just trim the edge of your card, but it should be the right size. Okay, so there we go with that. Now we're going to take this circle. You'll have a 2-inch circle of Whisper White in with your cardstock pack. And I'm going to grab my sympathy greeting. It says with deepest sympathy and the Blackberry Bliss ink. Stamp that right in the middle of this layer. Adhere that to the swirly circle. This is a really fast and easy card to make, and I might add, it might be a good idea to take and make up several of these because, oh, look at, I just smeared the ink. Hang on, we can't have that. Ugh. Let's try that again. Let your ink dry before you stick your fingers in it. There's a good rule of thumb. Do that again. There we go. Now I'm going to keep my fingers off of it. But what was I saying? Oh, it might be a good idea to make up a bunch of these sympathy cards because you know you always need sympathy cards at a moment's notice. And it's important to get them out in a timely fashion. You could also stamp a Get Well greeting on here. This makes a beautiful Get Well card as well. And you always need those at a moment's notice too. So we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this layer. And I'm going to add 3 of them. That should be good support for a circle this size. And then I figured we needed a little bling on here. So I'm just going to take some of the sequins and add a little bit of bling to the front of the card. And we're going to pull in some of those poppy sequins. And it seems kind of odd to be adding poppy there, but you've got poppy in the background of this paper. So that will kind of highlight that color. And I'm going to just take some of my sequins and put them in the lid here because that's easier for me to grab them. And of course you can do whatever color sequins you want, but I really do like these sequins. The only way they could be more wonderful is if they were self-adhesive, right? Those are my favorite. But these work really, really good. And that just gives us a little bit of bling. Feel free to add white card layers to the inside. They are not included in the videos, but it's always a good idea to do that. And there we go. We're ready to move on to the next card.